Welcome to this video. I want to talk about this strategy. This is mostly in my coaching program, but I think it's so important. Everybody needs to start using it. My name is Jenny Hansen Lane, and I've been publishing since January 4th of 2022. We're coming up on 3 years in just 60 days, actually. And I want to walk you through how you can make more money in your account. Okay, so I get tons of messages all the time, and I'm recording this video so you can watch this without having to wait for my response. Okay, so let's just dive into this so you see how this has been happening for me over the past almost 3 years. Okay, so we just crossed $103,000, and most of this came because I used Amazon ads to get my books out there more. Okay, so my background is in digital marketing. In 2019, I grew like a $27 funnel to like 30 grand in like 50 days. And that really put me on this like build something and then sell it. And a lot of people have opinions about what is passive income and what is not. But when you can like build something and then sell it more than one time, that can feel kind of passive. Okay. And so that's what I really want to drive home today with you is the book catalog strategy. And I'll have a training. It's probably going to be a course, this 0 to 100K blueprint. But I wanted to flesh a little of this out for you today so you could get very clear on what you need to do, especially with Q4 happening. Okay. Where in Q4 you'll start to see the biggest jump in sales if you are already selling books. And I pulled back my ad spend to see if I could maintain numbers. And I have been running ads for 2 years straight, and I've never had that experience with Facebook ads or Twitter ads or Pinterest ads. I've never done Google ads. So the fact that I have had ads running for 2 years straight that are profitable is such an untapped opportunity for all of you watching this video. And there are some key components that go into having a successful book strategy for ads. And I want to break it down here really quickly so you understand how I've applied the principles of ads to my organic books and how that has increased my sales. Okay. Because there are some books that I don't have to run ads to because of this strategy that I have developed. And I would credit my understanding in marketing to this. Okay. Because I don't think I really invented it. The only thing that I did invent is taking the principle and applying it to low and medium content books because I'm not seeing anybody talk about this in this way. And I would credit a lot of my six-figure success to building books in this way. Okay. So let's just, before we dive in deeply, let's just talk about the structure of Amazon and drop in the chat questions you have about a book catalog strategy, but also about ads. Okay. So let's just break this down. This campaign, when you run ads, I typically encourage people to do one book. And when we do one book, what we like to do is start it off in an automatic campaign. And there's a lot of people that talk about this on YouTube that you should go to Fiverr and you should hire someone to get like 1,000 keywords for you. If you do that, that means that you're not confident in the keywords that you've done to build your book. Okay. So this is an advanced strategy. If you haven't made any money on Amazon, you can watch this, but you need to understand that I'm taking a book that I was confident in creating and I'm putting it in an automatic book ad. Okay. So automatic will do four things. Let's see if we can't get our lines here. Okay. So when you give Amazon money, well, when you don't even give Amazon money. That's the cool part about this, okay? There are things that happen. I sound really smart, huh? Things happen. I'm going to try to multitask. Okay, so what happens on Amazon when we do an automatic campaign is Amazon's like, hey, I know the customers. So I'm obviously going to be able to help you make this more successful. Okay. And so that's why we leverage ads, is because we want the customer data and we want Amazon to help us, right? Because they know the customer so well. So inside of here, when we do an automatic ad, what happens is our book is pushed out to 4 targets. Okay. And I've got to spell targets right. You guys have always generously forgiven me for my dyslexia. Okay. And those of you that haven't, I hope Santa comes to your house this year. Okay. So here we go. We've got our book. And the first target that Amazon wants to find for us, do you guys know what it is? Okay, this is substitute. Okay, is that spelt right? I will never know. So anything that Amazon thinks could be a replacement for your book, they're going to take your book in the ad and go show it to that customer's book, the actual book. Okay, and so when they show, so if I have a coloring book, let's do a little sample here, okay? Let's say, if I can push the right buttons. What am I doing, girlfriend? Okay. Control D. Command D. Okay, not working. Okay. Maybe it's Alt D. Okay, so when I have a book, I don't know why that's not working. Okay, we will just use text. Let's actually talk about our book, okay? Let's say we're doing a ABC coloring book, science themed, okay? You're like, what? Why is that so long? Why is that? If I just do ABC coloring, it's very saturated, right? If I just do coloring book, it's very saturated. But if I niche down 3 times, ABC, coloring book, science themed, I'm going to have less competition. Okay. So I always make sure I'm niche down enough to be successful. Okay. So let's say that that is what our book is. Okay. And we are so excited about our book, right? And so we have an ad turned on. And what happens is, now that we have, that's funny, that worked. Substitute is the first one. Okay. So Amazon's taking our ABC coloring book, science themed for kids, and it's showing substitutes like, oh, this person might like ABC dinosaur themed. Okay. There's another category that Amazon uses called loose match. And they're going to essentially, when you use ads, Amazon is just suggesting your book to as many customers that they think are relevant to these 4 categories. Okay. And when this happens, when your book starts to sell, you'll actually see that your book is bought with other books together, which is really, really exciting. Okay. And so when this started happening for me, and I started to see the substitutes that it was suggesting in Amazon ads, and the loose match and the close match and the complement, you guys, I went out and created those books. Okay. So then what happened is my ABC coloring book, the science themed one, if there was anything similar about the substitute book that was my competition's, I would go back and create a brand new book that could replace my competitions as substitute. I did it for loose match, I did it for close match, and I did it for complement. So now this is what would happen is that instead of Amazon suggesting a competitions book, I guess that doesn't do that. Okay, what started to happen is that my book would start getting bought with this book, and I based it off of substitutes. So you might be thinking, like, what exactly is a substitute? When you run ads, Amazon is going to tell you what that is. So I can't necessarily tell you all right now because you have to run the ad to your successful book to get the data. But once you do this over and over again, it becomes very powerful. Okay. And so now what happens, let's go like maybe one more window. So now in this is the whole point. I do book, this is a book catalog strategy, right? And then this is how it really branches out and how the money really takes off is I'm pen name strategy. Okay. So when you go to my pen name and you see all my books, they're based off of all these target matches. But you come into my shop and now the customer has 5 different books to choose from. Okay. And so when you're on Amazon, this truly does help the customers buy from you more and they come back. And then what happened is when I ran ads, this book would get suggested with my competitions book. If you've seen the frequently purchased together, once I created my own books to out compete with these other matches, then my book would start to sell in a bundle together. Okay. Frequently bought together. So this has been a game changer for me. And I want that for everybody. Once they figure it out, it is so exciting. So let me know what questions you have about a book catalog strategy and pen name strategies, how they work together. I've started to call these like faceless also because you don't have to use your name. And that's why I have over 30 different pen names because the strategy works over and over and over again. Love you guys. Please subscribe so we can grow our community together and we can help people build that royalty income behind the scenes. Love you guys. Peace out.